Alrighty, what is up everybody? As always, I am Dor, and today we're jumping into the Dyson Sphere program. We're going to leave everything on default here. So the maximum amount of stars you can have in your system is 64 currently. I don't know if that's going to change. This game is early access right now. It'd be cool if you can have just a ton of planets. That would be really cool. Or a ton of stars, not planets, sorry. Each one of these, I think, has a system around it as well, like a solar system, but I could be wrong. But I only played about 20 minutes of this before, so I don't know what the other stars have around them. So if we take a look on the right side here, we have our different types of stars. We have our M-type, our K-type, G-type, F-type, A-type, B-type, and O-type. The one that is most prominent in this randomized seed is going to be the B-type, which I guess are these like light blue stars. We have one neutron star. We have two white dwarfs. That's one there, and we have one black hole. That's off in the corner here. So I don't know what these different stars do, because again, I only played 20 minutes just to get a feel for the game. But what we're going to go ahead and do here was we're going to go ahead and randomize, right? We're going to try and get something that kind of works, something that's kind of tight and compact. Let's randomize it again. This one's stretched. Let's try this. One more. We'll go with this one. We have a black hole and we have a white dwarf near each other. We have one massive red giant in the center of our system, pretty much. I'm going to imagine that the different stars here are going to be able to produce different amounts of power if we set a Dyson sphere around them. So I guess that's something we'll find out here as we progress. But let's see. So our seed here that we're going to start with has 4 red stars, or M-type stars, 10 K-type stars, 13 G-types, 7 F-types, 6 A-types, 19 B-types, 1 O-type, 1 neutron star, 2 white dwarfs, and 1 black hole. So we can see all that right here on the screen. So let's go ahead and load in. We're going to kind of ignore the tutorial guy just a little bit because he's just going to give us a rundown of the basics of the game, and that's kind of why I played the 20 minutes of it, just to get a feel for it. So as we land on this first planet,
to the actual universe,
every time you play this game, you can randomize the systems, right? So you can kind of just get different locations and stuff like that every time you play the game.
And will help you through this mission.
Can I skip you, buddy? I can't skip him. Anyways, so right now we're going to land on this planet. The name of the planet changes every time you launch the game, because I started up a couple different games just to see if the beginning planet changes at all. Okay, it doesn't seem to change. The name does, but the outlay of the planet doesn't seem to change. It's kind of an Earth-like planet, so it'll have an ocean, it'll have land and stuff, and it'll be kind of like the basic planet to start with. The planet you spawn next to, or the planet you're orbiting, does change. I've had like a fiery planet and stuff next to me. I think that's new. I haven't seen a second or a third planet in the system, the start system at least, since the games I've played. Or try to play at least. So we're going to land on the planet. We can't go to a different planet right now. We have to go to this guy. So, can we go to the different planet? I don't think we can. But we're going to go to this one because this is like the starter basic one. It's also going to auto land us as we get near this thing. So we don't really have any room for error here. So as we touch down here, we're going to set up a couple basic things. We're going to set up a coal mine first because we need to power our person. And you'll see what I mean right here in a second. As we touch down, we are like a giant mech. We are like one of the big robot guys from what is that movie called? Pacific Rim, right? Like one of the big robot dudes. And so that's us. I don't think we can change our color, but we are this guy, big robot mech guy. Go away, please. So if we close all these, because that's just tutorial stuff, we have to collect this thing right off the bat. We don't have any use for it. It's just going to give us materials. So it's going to give us five power cells that we're going to use to power our mech guy here until we get everything up and running. So let's go and close that. Let's go ahead and plop those into our guy. So by doing that, we open up our mech panel. We take our power cell, hydrogen fuel rods, that we just got from that thing, and we can put it in our fuel chamber. That gives us 160 million joules of power, so we're going to be good for a few minutes here. A little bit. The bottom right here, we can see the actual time in-game. So that's the actual time. And then the planet view here. So we're going to harvest up a little bit of copper here. And then we're going to harvest up a little bit of iron. And the ores look like this from what I've seen so far. So this is copper, it's orange. This is coal over here, like little hexagon block looking things. You can harvest up the trees, you can harvest up the rocks. Do I have anything else around here? I don't see anything else. So we have 20 right now. Let's go ahead and jump into our world view here so we can move around the planet without having to move the character. This is going to be iron. This is iron ore. If we take a look on the right side here, it gives us a rundown of what's exactly on this planet, I believe. So we have iron ore, we have copper, we have silicon somewhere, we have titanium, we have stone, we have coal, we have ocean. We have the wind rating here is 100%. The solar ratio thing is 90%. So our wind energy is going to be better on this planet than slightly better than the solar panel power. So I'm going to let this get to 100, and then I'm going to move them to the iron. So what I want to do is I want to set up a thing close by. So it looks like this is a good chunk here. We got iron, we got copper, we have coal. So right here will be a good little starter factory for us to go ahead and get going here. Once he's at 100, like I said, I'm going to move him. Let's go back to the robot view. It'd be kind of cool if we can go into first person. I don't know. Seems kind of cool if we can go into first person. But right now, let's see. Let's get him off of those. Let's just move him over here. Since we're going to set the factory up over here, let's just go ahead and get him over there. So we can either walk there by ourselves, or we can just right-click on the material that we want him to harvest, or we want it to harvest, and it'll just walk there automatically. So while it harvests up this next 100 iron, I'm letting it do that so we can kind of bulk build here and kind of avoid a little downtime here. So if we zoom out of this, we can see our solar system view. So we have this planet over here. It's a satellite, and if we look at the stuff here, it has most of the same stuff. So I'm kind of, I think maybe that's not the stuff that's on the planet. Maybe it's, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, so this doesn't have an ocean. This has 98% wind. Or no, that's construction. It has 80% wind, 90% solar. We can see all of its orbiting time and all that stuff too. We can see the axis that it spins on and all that. That's pretty cool. And then if we look at the main thing that's in our system here, the big center of our little orbiting thing, we have no known material on it and just a bunch of like orbiting stuff. So really not something we can really utilize too much. If we take a look, we have, oh, this is just one planet. No, it's not. It's 2 planets. So we have another planet out here orbiting the sun. This one has a bunch of materials. It's really bad on wind, and it's really kind of bad on solar. So this is not something we want to like focus on. But if we zoom all the way out, we can see all the stars in the system now, right? Like we could in the main menu there. So I'm at 100 steel. Before we back out of this, though, where is the black hole? I don't know where the black hole is, but we can click on these different systems right now, right? We can click on them, but we can't see the planets orbiting them. So that's the only thing. We can just keep clicking around and going to different... Oh, this is the black hole. It was purple. Oh, cool. Okay. I thought this was going to be something weird looking, but it's not. We can just click around and look at the different star types. So this is the white dwarf. It has a nice little white glow to it. Is this the neutron star? The neutron star looks pretty cool. So it's like a disco ball. Pretty sweet. Anyways, let's go back here. So now that we have that stuff going, we can open up our crafting menu. We have to research this, actually. We have to go here to research this. This will unlock the miners for us, the initial power supply generators, and stuff like that. So we need 10 of these guys. So if we look at the recipe here, it gives us 2 per each. So we just need to make 5 of these. And then that'll auto research it as we get those into our inventory. and then we're good there. That'll unlock the mines and stuff, and then we can produce those. Currently, there is no like shift click to make these to like max it out, because it only goes to 10, so it's not a whole lot of clicks. Okay, so we unlock that. So now we have the mining units. We have the Tesla thing that transfers power for us, and then the wind turbine that generates the power for us. So if we use this, we're going to put it on the coal patch right now.
The mining machine for covering
So
more veins. The more veins covered,
we'll
the faster
try
you will
that.
drain
That
power.
covers
If you want to ignore grid snapping,
3,
try holding
7.
down the shift key.
Covers seven ore deposits. And then the Tesla thing needs to be close by so it can give this thing power. We'll put it here for now, sure. And then with the wind turbine,
You have done building
with the wind turbine, as long as it might be a little difficult to see in the video, but there is a dotted line coming off of the Tesla tower to the wind turbine. So like it's gone, and as we bring it back, we can see it pop up again. As long as that arrow is connected, or the line is connected, the turbine is connected to the tower, and the tower can get the power from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to plop that there, because it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of resources this way, just some trees and stuff.
You have established your first
So for right now, we'll do that,
Not all power
and then
has its power
we
supply.
can head back into the crafting menu here, and we can go ahead and make some more of these. So if we look here, we have enough material on us to make 15 of these items. So we only need 2 more, or actually we need 3 more. So we're gonna make 3 more of those. We're gonna make let's go with 5 more Tesla towers, and then we're gonna need a whole bunch of these guys to power all of our stuff. So let's go with the max of 10. Might be a little bit of a waste of material, but it'll kind of proof us for a little bit here, so we can kind of just build out and not have to worry about things. So if we jump back into here, we can click on upgrades. On upgrades, this is all stuff for the mech. So what we want to do is buy this, because that's going to come in handy. Buying this also unlocks the rest of these guys here, so we can upgrade stuff. There's no sprinting for the robot, so you have to upgrade these, which are the movement upgrades for it. So we're going to do that. We're going to buy this one as well. That unlocks the smelting unit. This one unlocks the cube thing from Avengers. I don't know what it's called. And then we're going to do this one too, that assembles stuff. This is all basic things that we can actually unlock right now, but with the stuff that we have unlocked. So this stuff all requires the blue cubes, the tesseracts. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So this stuff requires all the old stuff. And so we'll do all that, and that'll unlock those things. And so is our stuff ready to be placed? It is. So we can put one here. There's no way to rotate it left. I think it's just right and right only, which is kind of odd. But we'll do this. That covers another 7. And then we're going to put 2 on the iron here. One's going to terminate into a smelter, turning into the iron plates. And then the other one's going to terminate into just the chest, giving us the raw iron, because we need the raw iron for the little circle things that we're making. These guys, these little magnets. We need the magnets for those, and so we're going to have these terminate into that. Let me go ahead and clear these trees. We can use this as fuel as well. It's not as good as the fuel rods that we had. I think we already burned through them. Yep, we burned through them already. But they'll do just fine. Let's grab our miner again. We can plop this one here. I'm really not too worried about this thing having as many in its path as the other one, because it's just going to terminate into a chest. Or we might not even have this one terminate into a chest. We might just have this one terminate into was that in line with that one? Yes. Okay, so that's working. We can drag this one over here. We'll do that. And that way, this might power both of them. Hopefully. No. Okay, we can get rid of that. And then we can go ahead and plop another one down. Over. We'll do one right next to it. So that way we can just do that. And then this one can go here. Powering this thing as well. And that should be fine. So go away, please. Why did I not craft my... Oh, it's still crafting. That's why it's not crafted those yet. Okay. So yeah, we have to wait until those turbines are done. And then this stuff will kind of kick on and start producing again, which is going to be decent. So let me go ahead and wait until that's done, because it's going to take a second. All right, so they're done. So we're going to go ahead and place these. You can't place them right next to each other. It won't let you. But if we drag it along the grid here, it'll finally pop in and let us place it. So we're going to do probably... what do we have? 11 with the one that's down. So we'll probably do like 5 down this way and then 5 back, and then we'll start another row. And then, yeah, we'll just do that, because there's nothing here, like I said. Doesn't look like there's anything here currently, so we can just go ahead and place down the power here at least and have a nice little generating area for our stuff. Boop. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, I can count. Okay, so we can just go ahead and do this again over here. Whoop. And it kind of makes it a whole lot quicker because we already have these things spaced. Actually, never mind. Let's go ahead and move this one. I don't want that that off area like that. Let's just do that. Keep everything nice and in line. Okay, so with all those power things down, we can go ahead and kind of swap focus here. So we need some smelters down, but we don't have the auto smelters done yet. So we need to actually use our own robot guy to smelt these things. So we have coal being generated now. That'll be good for us to give a nice little early game fuel system going. That's pretty much what that's going to be used for. So we need copper. So we have 81 in our inventory, so we can actually make this stuff. I don't need that thing just yet. We can only make 5 iron, apparently. Yep, we only have 5 iron in our inventory. That makes sense. And then we can do this. That'll give us 81 copper. And let's see, we need iron, so iron's down here. Let's go grab some and make it. I don't know where I just got titanium from, but I got titanium, so I don't know what that's from, to be honest. We'll do that, and then we'll do that. Oops. Boop. Okay. We can go ahead and craft up some more iron. Like so. So that's going to process through. And then as it processes through, the research is going to start getting finished here. We also need some of these guys, which we can't do now. What does this unlock? Is this the smelter thingy? Is that the first one? No, that's the smelter thingy. Dang it. Okay, so I'm gonna actually sit here. I'm gonna make some of these guys. It's just letting these miners harvest up the resources that we need, so we can actually make these things. So let me do that again really quick. I messed up. My bad. Okay, so with all that done being researched now, we have some more things available to us. So if we take a look here in the production line, we have our smelters now. So we can go ahead and drag these things out on conveyor belts. So we'll use this one as our iron production. Go away, robot man. Anyways, I can't make him go away. So we'll do this. We'll go out a couple, and then we will have to go ahead and put one of these guys down. Boop. Let's put it here so that it's still in the power range, so we don't have to put down another one. And I think that'll work. Might be too close. But then we have to use one of these guys, the sorter, to actually input it into the machine here. We can't conveyor directly into the machine. We have to use one of those. And then we have to click the recipe here. So we're making iron ingots. That's that. And then robot man, please go away. Go away. No, stop it. Okay, so with that, go away, please. Why does it keep popping up? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. So this is the chest, right? And if we go to the build menu here and we don't have the material, right, or we don't have one in our items or in our crafting thing, we can just double click it and then find it in our building menu or our component menu, whatever it is that we're missing. We can just click it, and if we have the stuff, like the raw stuff, even the raw stuff, like if we didn't have ingots and stuff, we just had the ores, the game will let you just auto craft the thing. It'll just auto craft all the other stuff for you, and then you can just go ahead and place it. Let's go ahead and make a couple of these. Actually, I don't know why I just made one. And that should be fine, right? So then this is going to go ahead and start smelting down stuff for us, which I think it's already doing. It's got 50 in there. I think it stacks to 100. But then we can go ahead and we'll do here. We can have this come out. And again, we need to use a sorter. So we'll do that. That should make a little strip of thingy. Actually, can we actually get away with not having to use one of those? Can we just do this instead? I don't know, because I didn't try it. And I probably should have. Can we just do that? And then have the arm
which can be used to
arm in between it? We can. Okay, well, that saves a little bit of conveyor belt needage. So that's going to go ahead and do that. It's going to fill it up. Pretty much just smelting and putting it in there. So that's fine. We don't need anything else here. This one we're going to have come out and go directly into a chest. So we don't actually need conveyors. We probably didn't need a conveyor coming out of the thing anyways. We probably could just armed it into the smelter there. That probably would have been better. But live and learn. So we're going to do this. We actually need to put down the chest first because we can't just put down a... the arm thing. What is it called? The sorter. We can't put that down on its own like that. Can we actually do this? We can actually do this. So we do actually need a conveyor. Boop. That's fine. No biggie. And then that'll go into that. Oops. That way we can have the raw ore because we need that for magnets. And then we have the other one being produced into our ingots. We'll do that over here as well. I don't think we need the raw copper for anything. So that's why I'm not having it set up like I have the iron set up. Let's do that. And then we can go ahead and put down a smelter near it. So it's also being powered by the same Tesla coil. And then we can go ahead and do this into there. That's going to go ahead and feed it. We need to select the recipe or it'll just sit here and do nothing. And then there you go. That's doing that. We can plop a chest down and connect it into the machine. Too close. Boop. Did I have it that spaced out on the other one? Apparently I did. Okay, so there we go. We have our copper ingots being stored, and that should be fine. I just saw something as I was doing that. So if we place this down real quick, just to look at the recipes inside of it, can we just auto-make magnets? We can just auto-make magnets. I don't know why I didn't think that was something that needed to be smelted. I thought that's something that goes into an assembler. So we're going to go ahead and rearrange this guy. Let's do that so that we're not pulling anything else in. We have plenty of that stuff. So we'll just do this instead. So we'll have it come out into a conveyor and go into the... Oops. Come out into the conveyor. Same thing. We'll have you go into a smelter just like everything else. We'll do it here so it's still powered. Go like this. So that it's being fed. And we'll have you auto-making magnets because I don't think there's anything else that needs raw iron. So we can get away with doing it like this. And let's see. And so that goes into a chest. We'll do it here. Is that too close? That might be too close. Oh, we don't have enough items, so let's go ahead and do that so we can make one again. And then there we go. So now we have the 3 basic materials that we need being produced. That's all fine and dandy. If we take a look here now, we can go ahead and actually do these ones now because we have this thing researched. So we can actually start messing with the water apparently and storing it. We can do some wireless power stuff, which I don't know all that too much. Let's go ahead and do this one though. This one gives us the electromagnetic drive. We'll set that in motion. We're not going to generate any of that just yet. We need to go make it. And then we'll go ahead and do this one. This one will give us more movement speed, so that needs 60 of those things. So we need to go ahead and set up a science lab now. If you've ever played Factorio or what else is like this? I don't know. Factorio is like the main thing that comes to mind. But yeah, we go ahead and set down some research labs now. They're called matrix labs. And we're going to need to feed this material. I don't know what material just yet, but we'll see here in a second when we place it down. So
Matrix Lab.
let's see. So this guy's going to give us a rundown of the stuff. Thank you very much. We can set it to research the Tesla cubes, or the Tesseract cubes. And for that, we need the magnetic coil and the circuit boards being fed into it. Okay. Boop, boop. Okay, cool. So we have one right now. Boop and boop. And that way we produce, how many are we going to produce? One. Okay. And then can we take that? We can take that. And then it was consumed instantly because we have that research going. Okay. So we need to conveyor those two items over to this thing. And so, let's see. Do we have the assembler thing? Let me just see. What's in you? What are your recipes we can make with you? We can make the magnetic thing and the circuit boards. So we need iron and copper coming into one of those, and we need copper and the magnets going to that guy. Okay. So, good to know. Let me plop down the extra Tesla coil that we have. We can have one of these things kind of meeting here, I suppose. Right, we can have an assembler here. Those two can meet up and make the thing. And then the extra stuff can come over here. Oops. Don't place that down, please. And then, yeah, we can have another one over here. This one can go feeding into this guy over here. Did I not make this yet? There we go. So we'll do this. Okay. That's that. So then we need these things coming out and going into assemblers. So that shouldn't be too hard. I made 5 of those. I didn't mean to make 5 of them. I thought I made 1 of them. Oops. We'll do assembler here. Set this one to be making the magnetic coil things. So we need, we'll do from the middle. Can we go in the middle? We can't. We have to go one space out. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough conveyor belts. Okay, we need to make conveyor belts. That shouldn't be too big of an issue, right? No, it's fine. I keep having the thing stuck. There we go. Go away, please. So let's just make as many as these as we can. We also need one of you, so let's make one of you before we make all the conveyors in the world. We'll do that. That'll give us all the conveyors we can get. For right now, we actually need these guys too. We don't have any more material, so we have to make those again before we can actually have this thing up and running. So, oops again. Oops again. Okay, so we have both of the little lines set up now. We have the electromagnets being produced. We have the circuit boards being produced. So now we just need to go ahead and conveyor them into the main thing here. And that way we can kind of just start generating these blue cubes, and we can get the research stuff flowing here. So we can go ahead and do that. Simple enough. We can just go from the machine over to there and then drag it on over. Oops. This game is kind of dependent on which way you drag stuff. So up here, we weren't producing anything. Ooh, go away, please. We weren't producing anything because this whole stretch of conveyor right here was going that way instead of downward toward the thing. So that was my bad. I missed it and kind of just sat there doing nothing until it was fixed. So we can drag this out of that terminal, I believe, right next to the other stuff. And then we should be able to put it there. That should work. And we do that. And once our little drone guys fix this little bit here, we should be able to do that. And then we're going to have the magnets coming down that conveyor. And we can have the circuits going into this one. And the circuit boards coming out. These little box things, these little sorters need power. I didn't realize that. So down here, this wasn't working either because the sorter pulling the stuff out of the machine wasn't getting powered. So that was my bad again. But now we are going to be producing these things, but we have to take these and put them in our inventory or it won't do anything. So we need to do that and kind of just keep an eye on the thing here. I guess this isn't quite a research lab because we have to manually use it. Actually, is it counting? No, it's not counting. Okay, so we have to. Maybe that's something we can research. Maybe it's something later in the trees here that'll allow it to do those things. To pull it out of the machine instead of having me here having to do this. You know what we're also going to do? We're going to go ahead and set this up as a thing to just fill up a chest as well, because that way we can just have it backlog, and then while we're not having things researched, we can just come over here and grab them all out as we want something researched, and then we can just have it like instant done, you know? Let's do that. We'll also set up the coal thing over here too, so that we have that going as well, so we don't run out of power again on accident. Oh, you know what? We need a conveyor coming out of you, or it won't let me do that. We'll do that one. We'll do that one. And then we'll do that one. Simple enough. That should work. We're powered in? Yeah, we're powered in. Okay, cool. Alright, so as we get this stuff processed out here, we should be able to... Why is this yellow? Probably because it has stuff in it and it's not processing through fast enough. I don't really want to put down another one of these, to be honest, right now, because I don't know how long this blue cube stuff's going to be important. But anyways, yeah, let me go ahead and let this stuff generate again. We should be good here in just a second to go ahead and finish up here. We were about to finish off these last two upgrades, and then we can kind of take a look around real quick and wrap things up. Alright, so we have all this stuff researched now. If we open up our tech tree, we have the beginning of each tree researched into. This one needs red cubes. The rest of these all need blue cubes. A bunch of this stuff needs just blue cubes and some magnets and stuff like that. But we'll probably end up leaving that for next episode to research during the thing, or if you guys want, I can go ahead and do that in between episodes. Just go ahead and let me know. But for today, that's going to go ahead and be it. We have our little makeshift start run-of-the-mill thing going here. I'm gonna go ahead and clear out some of the forest in between episodes just so we can have room to breathe and try and expand out and stuff. That way I'm not stuck having to cut down trees for 20 minutes. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.